Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. So I will share my screen and then now we can start with today's session. So before that, I give you overview like what we discussed in the last session. So last session we started. Mm, so I give the summary what we discussed in the last session. So last session we discussed about the JVM architecture and we discussed about the translators and we discussed about variables. We discussed about data types, and before that we discussed about uh, JDK software. Okay, and what does it mean by software, and what does it mean by language, what does it mean by programming language. So these all the things we discussed in the last session. JDK software, download and installation, download and installation, download and installation. Okay, these all the things we discussed in the last session. So today we can go ahead with identifiers. Identifiers. So generally, identifiers. So what does it mean by identifiers? All Java components required. uh, All Java components required names. All Java components require the names. Okay, so basically, so name used for classes, methods, and interfaces, variables, interfaces, interfaces, and interfaces and variables are called identifiers. Identifiers. Okay. So whenever we are writing the identifiers, identifiers must follow the some rules. Identifiers must follow some rules. What are the rules? First, we can go ahead with the rule number one. First, we can go ahead with the rule number one. Rule number one is they allow they allowed characters only. Rule number one. They allow they allowed characters only. They allowed characters only. They allowed characters only. They only allowed characters in identifiers. That is the rule number one in identifiers. That is the rule number one. So basically, I would say we can say example for um, it can allow only alphabetical order from A to Z. You can take lowercase or you can take uppercase. You can take uppercase. Okay, and next you can take the numbers from uh, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, and you can take the special characters. I would say the special characters is only can use dollar symbol, and after that you can use only underscore. You can say that is underscore, underscore, underscore. Okay, So next we can go ahead with the rule number two. Rule number two. So in the rule number two, identifier should not start with the digit. Identifier identifier should not start with the digit. Should not start with the digit. Okay, should not start with the digit. Next we have the rule number three. Rule number three. Rule number three. So in the rule number three, in Java reserved words cannot be used as a, I can say, cannot be used, cannot be used, cannot be used as identifier, identifier. Okay, so there are 53 keywords are available in Java. There are total 53 keywords are available. There are total 53 reserved words, reserved words, reserved words available in Java. Reserved words available in Java. That is the rule number three. And we can go ahead with the rule number four. Rule number four. In the rule number four, actually, and spaces are not allowed in the identifiers. Spaces, spaces are not allowed. Spaces are not allowed. Next, we have the rule number five. Rule number five. So in the rule number five, so identifiers in Java are case sensitive. Identifiers in Java are case sensitive. Case sensitive. So while writing the naming convention for the components, you have to follow the standards. You have to follow the some rules. What are the rules? These are the total five rules. Rule number one, two, rule number three, four, and five. In the rule number one, so they allowed only characters. They allowed only characters. So characters in the sense you should, for example, if you want to write the, I would say the variable name, you can write like this. This is the variable name. I would say int age. If you write like this, yes, you can write like this. This is valid. This is valid. This is also valid. Valid. Okay. For example, you want to write a phone bill, phone bill, phone bill. Okay. You can write like this also. You can write like this. Now you can see here in the phone bill there are two words. Phone is the one word and bill is the second word. Bill is the second word. So in that case, if you give the spaces in between two words, this is a not recommended approach. This is, you cannot write like this. You cannot write like this. So that is the thing. Whenever you are writing the any program, so basically you should follow some standards. What are the standards? These are the standards. These are the recommended standards. You have to you should follow the standards accordingly. So then only your project will work anywhere, and you have to maintain some certain standards. Whatever the standards which are available, so make sure you should follow the standards. I hope are you guys clear with my points. So in the there are total five rules, guys. There are total five rules. Rule number one, rule number two, and rule number three, and rule number four, and rule number five. So what is the rule number one? Rule number, the allowed characters in the identifiers. Okay, so what are the characters it can allow? So you can write lowercase, that is valid. You can write uppercase, like that, or that you can this characters it can allow. Numbers allowed, and in case of special characters, it allowed only dollar. For example, if you write like this, it won't allow. For example, int age. If you write like this, it won't allow. Why? Because so in case of special characters, it allowed only dollar. So apart from the dollar, if you want to use any other special characters, no, it won't allow. It won't allow. Why? Because It allow the only the symbol, special symbol, that is the dollar symbol. That is the dollar symbol. That is the dollar symbol. Are you guys clear with my points? Are you guys clear with my points? This is the underscore. So underscore is also one special symbol which is available in Java. So basically, if you want to split two words, then we can use the underscore, and then we can, for example, I will show you one of the example. You will get the clarity on that. For example, if you want to declare the variable with int, I can say long phone bill. You can write like this. This is valid. You can write like this. This is a valid. Meaning here, underscore is a valid one. Underscore is a valid one. You can write like this. You can write like, there are five rules you have to remember, guys. There are five rules you have to remember while giving the naming conventions. While giving the naming conventions. What are the five rules? The allowed characters in the identifiers. And second one, identifier should not start with the digit. Digit meaning numbers. For example, so any identifier shouldn't start with the number. For example, to phone bill, phone bill. Okay, so any identifier should not start with the digit. If you write like this, so this is invalid. If you write like this is invalid, guys. This is invalid. If you write like this is invalid. Okay, so any identifier should not start with a digit. Should not start with this. Okay, fine, very good. Next, we can go ahead with, that is the rule number two. I hope you guys are clear with my words. Meaning, rule number two is clear for everyone, right? Rule number is clear for everyone. So any identifier should not start with the digit. Okay, fine, very good. Now we can go ahead with the rule number three. In the rule number three, so Java result words we cannot use it as the identifiers. So basically, so Java is our company's language or some others company language. So obviously this is our some others company language. This is some others company language, right? This is some others company language. So for example, if you go to the some electronic shop and if you purchase anything, they will give one manual. So in that they give the complete description of that electronic device, meaning how to use. For example, if you purchase a washing machine, so in that, along with that washing machine, they give to you one manual script. So there they mention all the instructions, how to use, and how to use, and these all the instructions they provided to you guys, right? So same way, basically here also what uh, JDK team also they given to us, that is actually one API, that is Java SC8 API, that I will show you. Java SC8, this is the document. That document URL I will share. I will copy that URL and then I will share with you. Then you will get the better clarity on that. I'm sharing that. This is the API. You guys please bookmark that one. Okay. Okay. So fine. Now next, rule number three. So rule number three, spaces are not allowed. So like beginners, what they actually usually they did the mistake generally. For example, public, I would say class demo. This is the class name actually. So somebody what they will do, actually usually what they will do, they will give the spaces in between the two words. Two words. They will obviously, so usually they will give the spaces between two words. No, that is not a correct way. That is not a correct way. So because whenever you are mentioning the identifier, this is the identifier. What does it mean by identifier? So what does it mean by identifier? All Java components require names. Names used for classes, methods, interfaces, variables are called identifiers. Variable are called identifiers. Okay, identifiers must follow some rules. What are the rules? So there are total 5 rules. So rule number 1 is the allowed characters in identifiers, and next rule number 2, identifier should not start with the digit. Identifier should not start with the digit. And rule number 3, we cannot use as the we cannot use the result words as the identifiers, and spaces are not allowed. Spaces are not allowed. And next, identifiers in Java are the case sensitive. Identifiers in Java are the case sensitive. Case sensitive. Identifiers in Java are the case sensitive. Okay, so some of them they took the naming they took the naming conventions like this. So this is not a valid one, guys. So make sure whenever you are giving the naming conventions, you have to follow some certain standards. Sir, why only standards? Without standards, can we able to write the code? Yes, you can write the. For example, if you want to, without helmet, can you ride the bike? Yes, you can ride. Without helmet also you can ride. But according to the standards, according to the rules. So according to the rules, you have to wear the helmet and then only can ride the bike, right? So similarly here also, you have to follow the standards. You have to follow the standards. So you should follow the standards. You have to follow the standards. Okay. So there are total there are total 5 rules. There are total 5 rules. Basically, the 5 rules are I would say 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5. So I hope these identifiers are clear, everyone. These identifiers are clear, everyone, right? Spaces are not allowed. Make sure whenever you are writing the naming conventions for the variable, interfaces, classes, methods, you should not give the spaces in between. You should not give the spaces in between. You should not give the spaces in between. Why? Because according to the standards, we should not give the spaces. We should not give the spaces. Next, identifiers in Java. Identifiers in Java meaning, for example, so you can see here, I'm taking two words. I'm taking two words. FWO. I will take play is the one word I'm taking. And here also I would like to take one more another word, that is the play word. You can see here there are two words. In this word, all characters are in lowercase. And this is play. This is first character in the uppercase. First character in the uppercase. Okay, that is good. But in Java, basically, it is the case sensitive, meaning this will be treated like as the variable, and this will be treated like as the some class name and all. Class name and all. Each word has the each meaning. Each word has the each meaning. So that is the reason. Make sure whenever you are writing the programs, whenever you are guys are writing the programs, make sure you should understand Java is the case sensitive. Everything is matters. Capitalization, everything is matters. Capitalization. underscore, special characters, everything is matters. Everything is matters. Everything is matters. Okay. So there are total five rules. Rule number one, rule number two, and rule number three, rule number four, and rule number five. Rule number five. Are you guys clear with my points? This is all about identifiers. This is all about identifiers. Java reservoirs cannot be used as the identifier. Reservoirs meaning, so the JDK team basically, so they provided to us some predefined keywords. Predefined keywords meaning the keywords has already some meaning some functionality already they defined. Okay, so we only use those keywords, and then based on the requirement we use those keywords, and then we can write the programs, and then we can write the programs. Okay, very good. So what are the keywords available in Java? So then I will show you that one. Basically, mm, Java result words. Yeah, mm, yeah. You can see this diagram. You will get the better plot on it. So there are total 53 result words in Java, and from that 50 are the keywords and 3 are the result words. So again 50 keywords again it can divide it into two. One is the user keywords and second one is the unused keywords. So user keywords, what are they? Like if this is the table. So this is the one. Take your class notes and then there you can draw the diagram. So which is generally can make the I would say result words, and it is categorized into two. First one is the keywords and second one is the result words. Second one is the results. In the keywords, so again it can categorize into user keywords and unused keywords. Unused keywords. So constant and go to. So why we are not using the constant and go to regular way? Because so if you are trying to use that constant and go to, so the problems, many problems are rising. So that is the reason constant and go to we are not using. So remaining user keyword, these keywords we will use regularly. We will use regularly. We will use regularly. I repeat one more time. Reserve words meaning, so the in Java it has some predefined keywords. Predefined keywords meaning the keywords has already a meaning. Okay, the function, and so it has already a meaning, and okay. Reserved words, which is generally divided into two words, keywords and result literals, and again which is divided into user keywords and user keywords. So I will open the list, and this is the user keywords list. This is the user keywords list. Total around 48 keywords will be there. There are total 48 keywords will be there. There are total 48 keywords will be there. There are total 48 keywords will be there. So what are the keywords? Short, boolean, case, abstract, for, final, continue, protected, this, if, void, do, default, double, transient, return, new. Okay, implements int, switch, byte, class, float, public, static, throw, finally, long. Okay, private, else, catch, instance of, break, super, import, and I would say throw, while, interface, try, extends, package, char, synchronize, and volatile. So this is a predefined keywords. Predefined keywords. Okay, fine. Next, let us go ahead with Java coding or naming conventions. Next heading is Java coding or naming conventions. Naming conventions. While writing the Java coding, okay, so you have to follow some certain rules. What are the rules? What are the rules? So Java language followed Java language some standards. Followed some standards. Okay, some standards for predefined packages, classes, and methods and methods. Okay, so next point is Java language suggest Java language suggest Java programmers. Java programmers Java programmers suggested suggested Java programmers also to follow same standards and conventions. Same standards, same standards, and I would say same standards and conventions. Conventions. Okay, conventions. Okay, fine, very good. Next, next. So next point is following these standards. Following these standards. Following these standards is not a recommended. I would say not a mandatory, but highly recommended. Is not a mandatory, but highly recommended. But highly recommended. But highly recommended. Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Okay, fine. So in Java, there are different naming conventions will be there. So first we can go ahead with the coding convention for class. Coding convention for class. So whenever you are writing the class name, class name can contain number of words without spaces. So the first point is I can write like this. Class name can contain number of words without spaces. Okay, without spaces. And next point is if the class name can contain. So next point is recommended to write recommended to write if class name contain more than one word more than one word more than one word more than one word all words first character should be in the uppercase. All words first character should be in the uppercase. Character first character should be in uppercase. uppercase. So what is the example? Example for coding convention for that one is public class demo test. This is the example. This is the example. This is the coding convention for the class. And similarly, we have the coding convention for the interfaces. Coding convention for interfaces. So here also the same points I am repeating here. Interfaces, interfaces, interfaces can contain number of words without spaces. Okay, next recommended to write the same rule for here also, only keyword will change. So here also the same thing, recommended to write interface name can contain number of words, then recommended to write like this. So public interface, meaning you can take the interface keyword and the text is the interface, test is the interface, and from here to here this is the scope of the class. This is the scope of the class. This is the naming convention for the interface. Next coding convention for methods. So here also method can contain number of words without spaces. Okay, next point is recommended to write if the method contain more than one word one word. First word all characters should be in lowercase. More than one word first word all characters in lowercase and second word onwards 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 every word first character should be in the uppercase. Every word first character should be in lowercase. So what is the example syntax for the whenever you are writing the method name? This is the syntax, public class, and I would like to do the demo, and from here to here this is the scope of the demo, and here I would like to take the obviously we'll have the main method, so I'm taking the method. The method is public void and mobile bill method mobile bill. So you have to write like this. Are you guys clear with my point? If the method name can contain more than one word, first word all characters should be in the lowercase, and the second word onwards first character should be in the uppercase, and remaining all words are in I would say, if the method name contains more than one word, first of all characters should be in the lowercase, and second word onwards, first character in the uppercase. This is the naming conventions you should follow with respect to methods. And now we'll see with respect to variables. Coding convention coding convention for variables. So here I would say, so however we follow the coding conventions for the methods, the same, the same here also the same. Variables can contain a number of words without spaces. That is okay, very good. And next one is recommended to write. Next rule is also same. Then what is the difference between uh, variable and this one? Method and variable. Method and variable. Only parenthesis. If you mention parenthesis, 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 then it will be treated like as, it will be treated treated like as treated like as method. If you not mention, if you not mention parenthesis, parenthesis, then it will be treated, then it will be treated like as, then it will be treated like as, then it will be treated like as variable only, variable only. This is the naming conventions for the variable. This is the naming conventions for the variable. So naming conventions for the constants. So constants generally, what I would say, like so constants can contain number of words without spaces. And next one is recommended to write all characters should be in the uppercase. For example, like you are writing a program for student details, and in that case, college name is common for all students, right? Then how will you write string? And in that case, you will use college name. So this is recommended approach. So whenever you are writing the college name, make sure you should be declared, you should be declared, you should be declared, you should be declared. Okay. Okay, so this is all about today, guys. So today we discussed about a few of the topics, that is identifiers, and we discussed about result words. Okay, and we discussed about coding standards, coding standards. Okay, so please everyone, please go through that and do the assignment and share them. Also, 20 of this month, so we'll have the office. We'll start the office, and you guys, you should, whoever is doing the jobs and taking the permission from the Nikhil sir or the principal, from anyone of that. So those guys you can ping me, and remaining people, you guys, you should come to the Bangalore and you have to learn. You have to learn. Okay. So any other queries? Anyone?